You're watching YWAM Perth Fortnightly News.
About a month ago, we shared with you that we started an accommodation building project on Sommerville Street. And here's Cliff, who can tell us a little bit more about it.
I'm standing in 9 to 11 Sommerville Street. It's an empty warehouse right now, but it will soon be filled with missionaries. This will be a missionary housing block. We're just waiting for our approvals from City Council, all of our building plans to be certified. And so right now we would love to have you pray with us for all the approvals to come in, and then also all the workers to come and fit out this building. We'd love to have you join us with any skill that you might have, painting, gyprocking, even cleaning. That would be great. Also, if you wanted to give, you could give to this project through our website. So we'd love to partner with you and see God's missionaries raised up right here in Perth.
Thank you, Cliff, for sharing. Our youth ministry called Nexwave runs a winter camp every year, and they recently ran one as well. And it just seems to be getting crazier and crazier.
What I've really appreciated about this week, because all I need to know is that God has a set plan for me, and that it's the best plan, and that I don't need to worry, and that as long as I keep seeking Him and seeking Him.
As YWAM Perth, we send teams out to the nations on outreach, but we are also committed to do evangelism here in the city of Perth every Friday. So some of our teams have been going to an area called Bassendean, and they've been connecting with the local church, doing prayer walking and Bible reading and doing evangelism. And through these times and opportunities, the church has seen incredible growth and change.
Alison Gilchrist, I'm the pastor of Church on the Rise in Bassendean. And we were looking at extending our mission around the church, looking at community engagement. I came across Pete Brownhill through a friend of mine, and Pete talked to us about a prayer project. He wanted to come and work with us in Bassendean, and the first commitment was for I think 4 to 6 months to come and pray with us on a regular basis on a Friday evening, which involved all kinds of different ways of praying. Originally mapping the area on a big map, which we did together, and then praying into all those areas. There were just so many things. And it was just encouraging, uplifting. We saw parts of our town we wouldn't have seen. You guys talked to people we wouldn't have otherwise engaged with. Some of those have now started coming and finding out about church. One of the girls who started engaging with you, she then gave her life to Jesus, which is a big step for her. When I first came, the church was about 16 or 17 people. We're now touching 130. 70% of that growth has come since we started working with YWAM. We did some work with Indigenous people because we have some Indigenous communities here, and we did 2 or 3 evenings with those, and that's helped us to build on the relationships we had. We've now asked for permission to plant an Indigenous church, the first one for 3/4 of the century in our diocese, and we've been given permission for that. We prayed for the mayor, laid hands on him, and that was fantastic, and has now become one of our friends, and we're now working on 2 major projects with Bassendean Council. I love the fact that I can now go across the whole of the state and also into our senior offices and say that YWAM were prepared to partner with this little tiny place that seemed to have no hope. And through that, you've helped to generate hope within us. And you guys have said you'll carry on engaging with houses and taking Bibles out, which I'm raying for, because I think the word in people's hands just changes lives. And so the church is now saying that when I came to them and you suggested we gave Bibles out, they were 100%, there was not one single hesitation to say yes, and they're very happy to donate the money for that, and they want to look at it, looking at how they might give it in the future. I'm open for whatever you guys think God's leading you to, and we want to cheer you on, and we want to work with you whenever we can and however we can.
Have you ever tried teaching your language to someone who doesn't speak your language? Well, if you haven't tried, it's really hard. We have a seminar called Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages called TESOL.
Hi, I'm Jen Warren, and I'm the seminar leader for our TESOL seminar. It's a short course that we run here in YWAM Perth to train up teachers for the mission field that can teach English as a second language. At the moment we have the opportunity to be running free classes at a local church in the city where we're reaching out to people from 80 to 100 people coming every afternoon from various nations. It's really exciting to see our trainee teachers practicing their English every day, building relationship with their students and leading people to Jesus.
Teachers are so kind and they're nice and teach us everything about English. いつもありがとうございます、先生。
Well, that's all I have for you this week. Please make sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe on YouTube. And please be looking out for the new face of YWAM Perth News. 안녕히 계세요. 다시 만나요.